Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is not the usual sit down videos I usually have, and I'm barefaced. But like, I'm just here. During the week it was Women's Day, and it just had me thinking. Everyone was celebrating us, and everyone was, sending messages to the women in their lives and everything. And women were sending messages to their fellow women, right? But it's not always like that. We know now, we know. It's not like that every day. And I feel like I'm younger than a lot of women. Like, there are some women that are older than me, right? And they only get to get that appreciation on days where, like, it's a thing. Like Women's Day, Mother's Day, and all of that. But the kind of work, the kind of responsibility that God Himself put on women, hey! And I feel like God knew we could. You know what I mean? Like, who better to really, who better to? And God is just amazing. Like, He knows how to orchestrate things. God is just awesome. And I just want to encourage any woman out there. I might never have been through what you've been through. I might not even know what you're going through, but God knows, right? The God that put the responsibility of motherhood and womanhood in you knew you could carry it. You could have come as a man, but you came as a woman who, through which the seed of continuity of this earth was put into. A man couldn't do that. He couldn't bear a child that would continue the seed of humanity. The truth is, your position is for you. God does not make mistakes and put people in places that they shouldn't be, especially when they're in accordance with His will. He organizes how everyone is in the place that they are. So I just want you to know that I celebrate you for every woman in this family. I know that sometimes it gets hard. I know that sometimes our biggest competitors and the people that try to pull us down are our fellow women. Can we stop that? Can we just celebrate each other? Can we just be there for each other in that office, in that church, on the streets? Sometimes I see women go through certain things and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But it's a mentality thing. You have to practice it. I'm going to be very honest with you. Sometimes, with the way culture has brought us to be, once you see a woman anywhere, say you want to get a job, or someone is at your office, you just feel a sense of competition, because that's how culture sort of sees women. Like, they feel like, oh, you're fighting for a man, you're fighting for a job. There are not many positions for women in certain organizations. Maybe they have like a certain quota of like 5 women that they want to have. Oh, out of 5 women, there are many women. Hold that thought, I'll be right back. I'm back. So out of 5 women, there are many women who are qualified, who have studied, who have worked, who have experiences. But somehow it's like, before, I know that the world is opening up now, before there would be just a small space for women, and we are all supposed to compete for that space. It's like, you die there, I die there. Baby girl, there is space for you. Take up enough space. And when you get to those spaces, please, okay, I'm getting so emotional. Please make room for women like me. Make room for women like you. Make room for all of us. Be that woman who advocates for space for women. Please do that. Please make sure that you're doing that. This is a family where everyone is treasured. There's so much potential in women. I see women study hard. I see women juggle everything. God knew that we could balance it all when He gave us so many responsibilities. And God has given us, He has given us the strength, and His grace is sufficient. So I just want to tell you, woman, you are amazing. You are special. You're not taking too much space. Anytime a man makes you feel like, but you are a woman, just stay in the kitchen. Just hello, open your eyes. Oh my, open your eyes. Things are happening. Hey, things are happening. And it's not a competition kind of thing. I want you to succeed too, baby girl. Mommy, I want you to succeed too. Even if you're a grandma, there's a space for everyone. So the ideology also that when a woman gets a certain age, it's like a market has finished selling. And I'm not even talking about marriage, just generally. Like they try to say, oh, is she in the stage of giving birth? We don't want to take someone, I've heard certain people at certain times say things like, oh, if she's in the stage where she just got married, I don't want to take her because she will soon get pregnant and she'll have to go on maternity leave. I've heard people say things like, oh, if she's getting to the stage of grandma, she will want to travel from time to time, she will want to take leave, let's quickly lay her off. But let me tell you guys, there's space for you. There's space for you. We are dynamic human beings who have specific phases of our lives. As a woman, you have different phases of your life. You go from one phase to another phase to another phase, and God has given us the grace to hold it up. And it's okay if you don't feel like you're fitting in just yet. You know how when people move from one phase to one phase, like you move from finishing in school to getting a job, and then while you're getting a job, somebody's expecting that one brother is already toasting you, somebody is already talking to you, they're already asking you, this one, that one, and all of that. And some of our parents are not very sensitive, I'm sorry to say, because when I hear people's stories, I'm like, are you pressuring her? It's like immediately you get out of school, they expect you to be like, what's going on? Where's that brother that they said that you should not talk to since? So let's not even get into that stage. They'll be telling you, if you hug any man, you will get pregnant. If you do this, if you do that, all of a sudden everyone is asking you, I want brother and call, I want brother and call. Even when you now get the brother, when you get the will of God for you, it's like, okay, now you're trying to get married. They'll counsel with you, and sometimes they counsel with only the women. Nobody. Usually, nowadays things are changing, and I come from a different family and a different lineage arrangement. But I find that sometimes nobody talks to the men. They will sit to the woman and say, these are you would do. You have to make sure that you're like this. You have to make sure you're always hot for him. Make sure you work out. Oh, bother on his stomach. No fupa is allowed. This one, that one, cook his delicacies. Work and support him. Nobody wants any woman that is going to be a burden. Yada, yada, yada. The men. How to be a father, nobody's talking about it. How to be a good husband. Now, yes, people, like, there's awareness coming to that angle, but it didn't used to be that way. Woman, I just want you to know that you are enough. If you have certain standards you've been holding on to and people are trying to make that killer shape, it's okay. Especially if there are standards that are standing on Christ. My dear, wait it out. God is making space for you. There are spaces that nobody else can fit. I don't know if you've seen those kind of games that maybe one is triangle, one is rectangle, one is square, one is this one is that one. And then, it's like you try to fix a rectangle box in a square space. Kole checking, kole walk. Your space is waiting for you. Like, wherever you are, just keep getting ready. The spotlight is coming on you. God is going to expose you. God is going to shine your eyes. And the thing is, payday is coming. For every woman that has sown seeds of love, you have stood by people. Women are makers. You have stood by people. You have poured yourself into them. You have nurtured people. You have, in times when people neglected people, you stayed with people. You poured yourself into them. You followed them. You cheered them up. And it's looking like, what's going on? This person is forgetting me. Do like this. Do like this. For some people, it's in relationships. Maybe a relationship that was supposed to lead to marriage. For some people, it's in relationships of a mother to a child. For some people, it's in friendships where people just feel like they used you, because naturally we're nurturers. We almost allow people to dump things on us almost all the time. I want to tell you, enjoy yourself. Life is for the living. Woman, make memories. Go to places that you want to be. Make a bucket list. Where do I want to go this year? Yes, career is good. All of that is good. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do to enjoy yourself? It's not only for a man to enjoy himself. Buy yourself that land. Buy yourself that house. You don't have to have a man to do many of those things. If you do, okay. If you don't, very okay. Get the things that you want to do. Start an investment even before you get married, even before you know who the person is. God is preparing you. The time that you have, every phase is very important, and you have to make sure that you are focused. Because the thing is, the Bible says that if your eyes be single, you will see light. You are focused on God. You are not focused on what do I want, how do I use what I have to get what I want, all of that stuff. We're not focused on the things that the world are focused on. We're focused on God. And with God, every woman has a space. He did not make a mistake when he created you. He loves you. And you were not a woman by mistake. You were not a woman by mistake. You are a woman because there's space for you. There's a vacuum that you're here to fill. Come on, girl. And sometimes I know that we get down. God, tell me about it, especially when pressure gets in. But just like, you should be doing this. Like, there's no empty face for a woman. In fact, the woman doesn't get to decide what face she wants to be part-time. Society just says, Otisheton, this is the next one. Otisheton, the next one. And they keep scrutinizing you. They keep, like, even if it's something you've never done before, everyone is just like, she's so weak. You found a sister in me. You found a friend in me. I love you so much, and it will be okay. It will be okay. Times and seasons are in God's hands, not in man's hands, not in your parents' hands, not in your pastor's hands, not in anybody's hands, but in God's hands. So if you are walking and you are sure that you're walking according to the timing of God, Shabai, I'm shaking. I love you guys so much. Remember, love yourself, enjoy yourself, spoil yourself. We pour and pour into people. I know I am young, and it's like, oh, she might not really know what she's saying, but trust me, we make sure we are available for people. A woman is the one most times that nurtures her parents. You know, men are usually excused, they are all busy, something. A woman will nurture her parents, nurture her children, nurture her husband's family, we have watched, we have seen these things. I might never have been in those positions, but I can see them happening. And if God is with you, and you take time to rest and enjoy yourself, you give better. Some women are drained. Enjoy yourself. Make sure that the people around you understand that as much as you love them, you love yourself too. Because if you give people a mile, they will take 500 miles. Enjoy yourself, spoil yourself, put yourself in your plan so that it's not easy to forget. If you have a to-do list for other people, add yourself. Yeah, and have your own. Oh my God, the confidence that comes with having your own is so amazing. Get a space of women who think like you, who have similar goals. Sometimes they might be senior people and there might be a lot of pressure, like, this person is doing more than me. It's okay, it makes you run faster. You want to catch up, not because it's a competition, but imagine you see your sister in front. I have a younger sister, for example, and some older sisters that are not biological. Imagine I see them in front. If they wave at me, I want to catch up and gist with them. So it doesn't matter if the people are even older than you, they're doing more things than you, they would inspire you. Find a safe space of people and make sure that you're choosing people that are good for you. Don't choose people that are good for the society, that look good according to culture. When you have people in your life, choose people that are good for you, people that fit your destiny. Remember to have your own, because it will give you mouth. You will learn more. You understand? It might not be as much as the other person's own. But when you have your own and you are not covetous, you will be content. You know, when you have to beg, sometimes it's what affects people's self-esteem. A lot of women have low self-esteem, not because they are not beautiful, not because they are not loved by God. They know all these things, but the fact that they have to go every day to beg someone for something, to go through sometimes some people can dehumanize people when they're in the space of begging for things. Try and be content. Whatever phase you are now, celebrate yourself. Do not be, you know, when you go on sets in movies, they are like the main actors and the actresses. Then there are the people that do waka pass. Like when the movies have to do, so yeah, walk through now. Or two people will be talking on the side, but they are not the ones that are focusing. That's what some people are doing as women. You are a side piece in someone's life. And I'm not even talking about relationship. Even in your own life, you are not the major character. People are just always coming. People will come and be the major character. You honor people more than you honor yourself. You love people more than you love yourself. You care for people more than you care for yourself. You are just sitting on the side. You are the waka pass person in your own life. Me, Jegbo. Never. It's your life. You are the main character. You are the main character. Treat yourself like you're the main character. Everybody else, guess, let me be honest with you, everybody else is maybe supporting actor, supporting men, supporting this. Maybe your partner is like supporting men, but you are the main character. Love your neighbors as yourself, not more than yourself. Love yourself. You are the standard of love. You are enough. there is space for you. Keep making room. You know when someone is swimming and they keep going like this, keep making room. Keep making room, like keep making room. And make sure that if there's a younger girl around you, impress it on her heart that she's enough, that there's space for her. Women are shakers. You guys hot, eh? Your husband.